Governor, you're here today talking about abortion care. We know that this is a big issue. We've had voter panels tell us all sorts of demographics, men, women, old, young, people of color, white people. The same thing. They're concerned about those rights. What do you think the realistic odds are of getting Roe v. Wade codified into law, given the filibuster, given the court ruling?
Well, I think the odds are pretty good because after this, we're going to win this election, and you're going to see candidates that took a stand against women's having bodily autonomy, making their own decisions, are going to lose. So you're going to have a Congress that's going to be made up. Even Republicans that are going to be out there are going to realize this is what they need to do. Simply establishing the right of Roe versus Wade should be a pretty simple lift for them, and we'll continue to push it. You see these folks out here. I've got Caitlin Joshua making it very clear this is about health care. She had a pregnancy that went bad, and all she was seeking was health care, and she couldn't get it, putting her life at risk. So I think the vast majority of people know that. They're hearing it, and this election is going to prove that it matters.
Another issue that voters in our polls have told us, also on our panels, is the economy.
Yeah.
The Harris Walz campaign has a number of issues, a number of proposals that will help the economy. I'm wondering about the cost of those things. And I know when you were in Congress, you supported pay-go rules. You were concerned about the deficit. Are you concerned about the cost of these proposals driving up the deficit?
Yeah, well, first of all, many of these are making the investments, but it goes beyond that. As we're talking, I think the biggest proposal that I'm pretty excited about, maybe it's because I've got a 90-year-old mom and an 18-year-old son, is kind of this care economy of stuff. How do you make sure we're doing things from child care, but how do we make sure our parents can stay in their homes and get Medicare to pay for that? And I think the Vice President's been very clear about this. We're simply asking those at the top to pay their fair share. I pointed out that Donald Trump's paid no federal taxes for 10 or 15 years. If we simply have folks that are supposed to be paying make the pay, we make sure we're investing in folks that need to get it. And the one thing is child care initiative, for example, that's how we get people back into the workforce, and that's how we generate a larger economy. You hear it, I'm sure, even here in Las Vegas. Finding workers is a challenge at times, and one of the reasons is folks can't find daycare that's affordable to them. So I think that's the way we do it, and we simply ask folks to pay their fair share. We're very clear. 100 million Americans, middle-class folks, will see a tax cut under this. Child tax credit being the key to that, the $6,000 in the first year of a child's life. Those things make a big difference.
And but would those things overcome the deficit? I mean, would there still not be a deficit given all the tax increases on the higher earners as well as all the other proposals?
Well, I think we get it there. I think the thing that is clear is that Donald Trump's proposal skyrockets. He calls himself the king of debt. He created $8 trillion in debt. That's his own words, and all the analysis shows that he's out the roof on this. I think we've been very clear, and most of those analysis I don't think yet figure in the growth that comes with it, but more importantly, asking folks to pay their fair share. So what's very clear is Donald Trump's 20%, national sales tax, and now he's talking about, he's just trying to pander to voters or whatever, just making stuff up. He has no way how to pay for it. Bankrupting Social Security in 6 years because of some of his proposals, that's not what America wants.
I know you have embraced the no tax on tips, which is an important issue for a lot of tipped workers here in Las Vegas. President Trump has also proposed no tax on overtime and no tax on Social Security. What do you think of those ideas?
Yeah, well, he's making a lot of stuff up here, but also if you look further into his proposals, it moves way up. And we know that his no tax on tips will actually be used by things like hedge fund managers and folks that are moving people around on carried interest, trying to figure out a bait and switch on this. He did it last time, he'll do it again. We certainly agree with that, no tax on tips. Social Security was put in by Ronald Reagan, the tax on Social Security. I think one of the things is making sure that whether it's Medicare, whether it's Social Security, that the solvency is there and the folks that earned it pay for it. He calls it a Ponzi scheme. So anybody out there thinks that Donald Trump is at all interested in Social Security, he is not. Every single year he was president, he proposed cuts to Social Security.
When we sat down with young voters at UNLV, they were very concerned about gun violence, especially with the incident that happened at UNLV in December of last year. They wanted to know, what are we going to do? Is there any realistic chance of, say, banning assault weapons in America, given the state of the law now, the state of the jurisprudence?
Yeah, let's not forget about 80% of Americans support common sense gun legislation. Kamala and I are both gun owners. I'm a hunter. I'm a veteran. This isn't the Second Amendment. We stand with and protect the Second Amendment, but that doesn't mean you can't have common sense solutions. She's proposed enhanced background checks, extreme risk protection orders, and an assault weapon ban. You don't need these things on the streets or in our schools. I think it's very realistic because you're hearing it. People are asking us to do something. They want their children to go to school and not be shot dead. And that's why I think that this fever is breaking around this idea that we can't do something about it. I reject Donald Trump telling us to get over it, and I just reject J.D. Vance said, well, it's just the way it is. That's not just the way it is in the rest of the world. And so Kamala Harris has been very clear. I think as long as people keep speaking up, those young people speak up, they're going to vote, and they're voting on these things that matter to them.
I know you're very busy. Two last questions. In Minnesota, you signed a bill very aggressively saying that all energy would be from clean sources by 2040. Nevada has a similar proposal, but not quite as aggressive as yours. I'm wondering if you think nuclear power is part of that solar, wind, geothermal, clean energy economy. Is that, you think that's viable?
Yeah, I do, and I know the Vice President and I talked about it in all the above. I think one of the issues is, I know this is a hot topic here in Nevada, the storage issue on how do we store the waste, but I do think it's part of it. I think we're going to have an aggressive approach. We're producing more domestic energy right now under the Biden-Harris administration than at any time in history. That includes natural gas, it includes oil, it includes nuclear, but it also includes moving towards the renewables, whether it's solar, wind, all of the things we're doing. That's how America keeps the lead. That's how America makes sure that we're not only addressing energy costs for families, we're addressing the real threat of climate change that Donald Trump denies as a hoax. I don't think folks in Nevada are denying it when it gets to be 125 degrees. We know something's got to be done.
And last question, sir. I know you're going to a watch party later, Raiders, Chiefs. Who do you like in that game?
Yeah, they tell me not to pick on this, but I'm just going to say I like the Raiders. I'm just going to say, they say stay neutral when you're in this. I don't think that's a little weak. I like the Raiders. I like what they're doing. I like how the city's embraced them. It's pretty exciting. And so, yeah, I'm going to go with the Raiders.
All right. Sounds great. Governor, thank you so
Thanks so
much.
much.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, guys.